Sorry, everyone. I just have to check out the mic just to make sure the mic is working. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, the mic is working. Yay. Hi, Stephen. Ah, I can't see anything at this moment, but I have to wear my reading glasses. But good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. If you're in Hawaii, it's good morning. If you're in Japan, it's really good morning. But good afternoon, everyone. Mahalo nui for attending today's Spring Memorial Ceremony. Today, we celebrate this particular ceremony twice a year. Although we remember the mitama who passed away, those who passed away every month. This particular service is special, where we actually call out the names of each of the spirits that have a connection or relationship here to this church. So I encourage you to please. It's one of the longer. It is one. I'm going to say, not going to lie. It is one of the longer ceremonies, only because of the name calling. But I ask that while the names are being called, and I've done this when I moved back from Japan. I began doing this where when I would listen to the names being called out, I would listen for names that I recognize. I would remember that person. I would think about that person and just say thank you to that person. It was something that was very special to me. Another thing that I would also do is count the number of. Please don't ask me. I didn't count this time, but if you want, I thought that was very interesting to count the names. Family names and names of people that we honor here during this time. That's something that because it is that portion is very, very long. But please, I ask that as we recite the names, and I will remind all of you before we get to that stage, um, to please take that opportunity to listen to names that you can recall, names that you recognize, and think about that person and give thanks to that person for having been a part of your life, whether it be good or bad, because in some ways, even the bad has gotten you to where you are today. And that I can say for a fact with me. So without any further ado, we're going to begin today's Spring Memorial Ceremony. Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. Amatsunori to 高間の原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみおやかむいざなぎのみこと、つくしのひゅうがの立ち花のおどのわわぎはらにみそぎ、払いたまうときにあれませる。払えどのお神たちもろ もろのまがごと積み汚れを払いたまい清めたまえと申すことのよしおはまつ神国つ神やおよろずの神たちともに雨の淵駒の耳振り立てて聞こ示せとかしこみも申す。一度敬礼、please bow your heads in prayer. 慎みて、ひがみ金光大臣の御前に間を割く。今より春季例祭取り行わんとす。教祖金光大臣をはじめ、希代金光様、金光教大阪教会、道広教会、玉水教会、福崎教会、ポートランド教会、ワヒアワ教会、各教会、初代教会長、歴代教会長の恩徳をすがり申し、今日の御祭を使え祭らんとす。これあげ行わん礼儀記憶5日に、滅神祭る信奉者もろもろ、おのもみを正し、心新たにいただかしめたまえと、カントリー次恋ネギ立て祭りて、かしこみもまおす。Yami Kongko Daijin, I seek your Toritsugi for today's service. Today we conduct the spring memorial ceremony. As someone without virtue, I seek to receive and cling to the virtue of Kongko Daijin, the successive Kongko Samas, as well as the founding and past head ministers of the Kongko churches of Osaka, Michihiro, Tamamizu, Fukuzaki, Portland, and Wahiawa for today's service. Today, the believers and I come together with our hearts, bodies, and minds refreshed, purified, and ready for today's service. Thank you. Now, please raise your heads. With each wave, may each and every one of your diseases and discomforts, pain and suffering, mental and psychological impairments, and all impurities and negativities be dispelled to the great and vast universe. Allow each and every one of us to be in the pure state of mind, as we are favored, blessed, and protected by the great love, virtue, and energy of Tenchi Kane no Kami. Please open your prayer books to page 7 for the Adoration Prayer. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Chido Keirei, please bow your heads in prayer. Kakemaku mo kashikoki. Kore no konko kyo Whittier-Hill 教会にお集まりうちこら。今しも尊き。限りなき天地に道渡らせられ。我が親神様の御前に。Whittier-Hill 教会長、井川教師の代わりに、本校教教師、高橋先生。包み甘い、かしこみも間を咲く。On this cool yet beautiful spring afternoon, here at the Kongo Church of Whittier-Hill, your beloved children have gathered together to share our love, sincerity, and appreciation to you for the blessings, favors, and interventions we receive daily. Thank you very much for the favors you have showered upon each of the ujik of the Whittier-Hill Church. Many of us have continued to receive your okage from our jobs, health, and the greatest okage of all, life. We implore you to please use us as your instruments of peace to make an impact, big or small, on our communities, cities, counties, and countries. Guide us in our hearts and our actions to be embracing, loving, kind, and generous. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, let us offer forgiveness. Where there is discord, let us build peace. We pray that the current economic and world situation improves to enable all of us to have a happy and stable life. Please provide us the courage and faith to overcome current and future hardships in our lives. We pray for the victims of tragedies, natural and human-made disasters, to recuperate materially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Please allow the Whittier-Hill Church to continue to be an upstanding and outstanding light, not just in Whittier, but also in all of Los Angeles County. Allow us to continue to be wonderful representatives of Kami-sama, Konko-sama, Konko-kyo, and the Diocese of North America. As we continue working to achieve our goals in our individual lives, whether it be for occupation, studies, relationships, and personal growth, help us to remember to enjoy and appreciate the blessings we are receiving every day. We ask for your protection and guidance with every step we take. Please give us the strength to move forward in all aspects of our lives. Help us to live a Kami-centered life as we are all allowed to live in the universe through your grace. Give us the grace to find forgiveness for those who we may believe have wronged us. This afternoon, we, your beloved children, have also gathered today for the annual Spring Memorial Ceremony, where we offer our hearts of love, appreciation, and sincerity to the departed. I ask that with each family name, individual name, as well as the name of a church, we remember and reflect on how those individuals have impacted our lives. and that each spirit's virtue be elevated, each unsaved mitama find salvation, and all mitama be at peace, and allow them to continue their sacred goyo of love, guiding, protecting, and helping their loved ones. As this prayer comes to an end, we will be moving over to the mitama altar, or the altar for the deceased, to begin the spring memorial ceremony. With hearts as one, we will give appreciation to those who have come before us. We shall give honor and appreciation to the second foundation of our lives and the foundation of our faiths. We pray that the blessings and favor of today's service is granted and received by all here today and those who could not be with us. Me ke aloha pume hana, mahalo anuie, our beloved Ikigami Kongo Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Kami. Now, please raise your heads. Chido tomoni haire, 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. Chido haire, 4 sincere claps. Ichido haire, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 11 for prayer to the departed souls. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you were given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharged your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives retold from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Chido Keire, please bow your heads in prayer. Kyoto Shintoをはじめ、これの今後、今日至ろうする教会にご神縁ある家の御霊の神たち、関係教会、関係にある御霊の神に、本校教師 With much love, sincerity, and respect, I call out your names. We offer our hearts of appreciation to the spirits honored at the altar of the deceased at Headquarters Worship Hall, Osaka Church, Namba Church, Takaoka Church, Kobe Church, Himeji Church, Fukuzaki Church, Magari Church, Portland Church, and Whittier-Rose Hills Church. Konko family, Kandori family, あつこんで申し上げ立てまつります。Kandori Juhei Kimi no Mitama no Kami, Kandori Shimo Hime no Mitama no Kami. Konko Daijin's wife, Konko Tose Ishi o Wakaru Hime no Mitama no Kami. Second, Konko Sama, Konko Shijin Tsurayuki no Kimi no Mitama no Kami. Second Konko Sama's wife, Konko Kyo Hime no Mitama no Kami. Third Konko Sama, Konko Setsutane no Kimi no Mitama no Kami. Third Konko Sama's wife, Konko Kikuyo Hime no Mitama no Kami. Third Konko Sama's son, Konko Shinsei Ushi no Mitama no Kami. Fourth Konko Sama, Konko Kagamitaro no Kimi no Mitama no Kami. Fourth Konko Sama's wife, Konko Tahoko Hime no Mitama no Kami. Fifth Konko Sama's son, Konko Akinobu Oiratsuko no Mitama no Kami. Kawakami family, Kondo family, Matsui family, Sato family, Shirakami family, Sugihara family, Takahashi family, Takebe family, Ushio family, 御礼申し上げ立てまつります。金光教芸美協会初代、佐藤則夫牛の御霊の神、初代夫人佐藤真心高照姫の御霊の神、金光教六条院協会初代、高須富江姫の御霊の神、金光教大阪教会初代、白神伊谷広間道分の御事の御霊の神、二代教会長白神道置伊谷高根の君の御霊の神、金光教難波教会初代、本堂逸垣藤森秋高の君の御霊の神、初代夫人本堂馬氏真心玉 つゆ姫の御霊の神。金光教神戸教会初代杉原勲の牛の御霊の神。金光教福崎教会初代牛尾広見道分真柱牛の御霊の神。二代教会長牛尾小春照玉道森姫の御霊の神。三代教会長牛尾広直牛の御霊の神。金光教曲り教会中林純太郎いやひる広玉ま道分け牛の御霊の神。中林吉の真心吉田栄大戸寺の御霊の神。金光教鶴岡教会初代川上正夫道分け真柱牛の御霊の神。初代夫人川上美沙夫水玉道立姫の御霊の神。日本橋教会五代教会長畑康牛の御霊の神。金光教サンフランシスコ教会三代教会長松井文夫牛の御霊の神。三代教会長夫人松井文子姫の御霊の神。木川ファミリー、松本ファミリー、佐伯ファミリー、田中ファミリー、碇ファミリー、厚くお念申し上げます。木川牧夫赤徳万人導き牛の御霊の神。木川近江赤徳万人導き姫の御霊の神。木川鎮子の御霊の神。サンドラ初子清水怒りの御霊の神。テッド東郷怒りの御霊の神。井川ファミリー、藤本ファミリー、厚き御礼申し上げ立てまつります。井川五郎時和根牛の御霊の神。井川久代綾音姫の御霊の神。井川千代子玉つゆ枠語の御霊の神。井川咲子梅雨川区枠語の御霊の神。井川佐野よ元家いらつめの御霊の神。井川豊道のり五教牛の御霊の神。井川雅子照和姫の御霊の神。井川澄子の御霊の神。井川ケネス広の御霊の神。オフェロファミリー、アイビーファミリー、ノーマンファミリー、ウィリアムスファミリー、サンチェズファミリー、ランデロスファミリー、ホエリーファミリー、フォンファミリー、and ピンファミリー。厚く御礼申し上げます。エンリック・サンチェズの御霊の神。キャトリン・ウィリアムズの御霊の神。レスリー・ノーマンの御霊の神。ミルドレッド・フォンの御霊の神。レイメン・フォンの御霊の神。リンダ・フォンの御霊の神。太田ファミリー、長井ファミリー、井上ファミリー、山本ファミリー。厚く御礼申し上げ立てまつります。太田淳介の御霊の神。太田花の御霊の神。太田大吉の御霊の神。太田勝田の御霊の神。太田水木牛の御霊の神。太田竹の戸寺の御霊の神。太田実の御霊の神。太田義恵の御霊の神。山本善吉馬氏正義彦の御霊の神。We offer our hearts of appreciation to the spirits honored at the altar of the deceased at Honolulu Church, Whittier-Hill Church, Hilo Church, Airaku Church, Hongo Church, Koto Church, Hamada Church, Saga Church, Sapporo South Church, Saidaiji Church, Wakkanai Church, and Marifu Church. Kittaka family, Kodama family, Takahashi family, Yano family, Nishida family, Nagai family, Miura family, Sato family, Oishi family, Nishimura family, Takahashi family, Kobayashi family, Shirai family, Otsubo family, Nishikawa family, and Shimizu family. 厚き御礼申し上げ立てまつります。Reverend Ryuemon Kittaka, Reverend Wataru Kobayashi, Reverend Masayuki Kodama, Reverend Kikoe Kodama, Reverend Makio Nagai, Reverend Denzo Nishimura, Reverend Natsuo Nishimura, Reverend Soichiro Otsubo, Reverend Katsuhiko Otsubo, Reverend Mitsuaki Otsubo, Reverend Koki Shimizu, Reverend Iku Shirai, Reverend Haruko Takahashi. We offer our hearts of appreciation to the spirits honored at the altar of the deceased at San Diego Church, Seattle Church, Fresno Church, San Jose Church, Gardena Church, Lancaster Church, and Los Angeles Church. Hideshima family, Otsubo family, Tateno family, Yuasa family, Ishiwata family, Yamada family, Okazaki family, Kandori family, Tsuki family, Fujimoto family, Nishi family, Goto family, Takeda family, Niiyama family, Takayama family, Umemoto family, Uzunoe family, Yukawa family. Mrs. Yasoji Hideshima, Reverend Rikimatsu Hideshima, and Reverend Mumeo Hideshima, Mr. Toru Hideshima, Mr. Harold Aloysius Ryan, Miss Michiko Pren, Reverend Bunjiro Hirayama and Mrs. Suzuko Hirayama, Reverend Haruko Ishiwata, Reverend Toshitsugu and Mrs. Toyono Kandori, Mrs. Sadae Kandori, Mr. Ken Saburo Kandori, Reverend Hiromichi Kimura and Mrs. Shizuko Kimura, Reverend Fumi Niiyama, Mr. Tanezo Niiyama, Ms. Noriko Niiyama, Ms. Mei Niiyama, Mrs. Fujie Shimono, Mr. Kiyoshi Shimono, Ms. Kei Umemoto, Reverend Kotaro Nishi, Mr. Kotaro Nishi Jr., Reverend Kamekichi Otsubo, Reverend Torao Tateno, Reverend Taiichi and Mrs. Yoshie Tsuyuki, Reverend Alfred Tsuyuki, Reverend Isao and Tomoyo Goto, Reverend Kazuo Suzukawa and Mrs. Reiko Suzukawa, Reverends Sadako and Jiro Takeda, Reverend Asataro Yamada, Reverend Yasukichi Yasumura, Reverend Kisa Yuasa, Reverend Michihiro Yuasa, Reverend Norikazu Yukawa, Arroyo family, Ayabe family, Mrs. Fusako Ayabe, Mr. Roy Ayabe, Boyaju family, Saint Teresa of Calcutta, Brown family, Claire family, Stacy and Claire, Fujita family, Yasuhara family, Mr. Minoru Fujita, Fujiwara family, Ginsburg family, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Hamada family, Hamasaki family, Mrs. Harue Hamasaki, Hayashi family, Kobayashi family, Dr. Karen Megumi Kobayashi, Hirota family, Mr. Tadashi Hirota, Hoshino family, James Hoshino, Hughes family, Imano family, Inoue family, Tamae Inoue, Emiko Inoue, Kaneshige family, Kanno family, Karakawa family, Nakano family, Kawahara family, Kawata family, Mr. Sam Saburo Kawata, and Mrs. Edna Yukie Kawata, Kayano family, Kosugi family, Kuida family, Lang family, Tomio Lang, Matsui family, Tetsuo Matsui, Miyagawa family, Diaz family, Mr. Kiyoshi Miyagawa, Madam Mitsuhiro Bando, Mrs. Norma Haruko Diaz, Mr. Bill Hideo Miyagawa, Mr. Richard Kazuo Miyagawa, Miyai family, Dr. Katsumi Miyai, Miyake family, Yoshiko K. Kawata, Morio family, Miss Megumi Morio, Murashige family, Nagatoshi family, Nakatsu family, Nakayama family, Mr. Jiro Nakayama, Mrs. Harue Nakayama, Unduna family, Mr. Eric Unduna, Niiyama family, Ms. Mei Niiyama, Ms. Harue Niiyama, Ms. Fujie Niiyama, Ms. Noriko Niiyama, Nishida family, Mr. Roy Nishida, Oka family, Mrs. Peggy Oka, Okazaki family, Mr. Tomomichi Okazaki, Mrs. Namino Okazaki, Mr. Masato Matt Okazaki, Mrs. Sanae Okazaki, Omura family, Moriwake family, and Yasutake family. Sueo Omura, Chie Omura, Kakutaro Omura, Eikichi Omura, Nobu Omura, Tsugio Omura, Reverend Mitsuko Yasutake, Reverend Mitsumasa Yasutake, Ono family, Saiki family, Seki family, Spencer family, Diana Princess of Wales, Sugimoto family, Tagami family, Tambara family, Sumiyuki Tambara, Tanaka family, Tepnapa family, Umemoto family, Mr. Henry Hank Umemoto, Miss Kei Keiko Umemoto, Urata family, Mr. Bert and Mrs. Edith Urata, Wata family, Windsor family, Elizabeth Alexandra May, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Yamaguchi family, Yamaguma family, Yamamoto family, Mr. George Yamamoto, Yamauchi family, Haru Yamauchi, Shinzo Yamauchi, Ikie Yamauchi, Kiyomi Yamauchi, Masae Yamauchi, Yasuda family, James Seishiro Yasuda, Yoshimoto family, Hayashi family, Leah Hayashi. To the revered spirits of all related people, and to all the Mitama spirits who are seeking guidance, missing, and victims of natural and human-made disasters, war, accidents, terrorist attacks, crime, illnesses and diseases, and other tragic events that may have happened and are happening in the world. We've gathered here with deepest reverence on this day, this spring day, in observance of the annual spring memorial ceremony, to remember, honor, and pray for those whom I have called out today, as you are all the foundation and support of our blessed lives. To the Mitama spirits of all Konkokyo ministers and your families, we would like to thank you for your devotion as a foundation of the Konko faith, as well as continuously supporting us here today and every day as Mitama spirits. Your virtue shines ever so brightly in our daily lives. To the Mitama spirits of the ministers of the Kongo churches of North America, we acknowledge the many struggles and difficulties that you have encountered and persevered through your endeavor in sharing the Kongo faith here on the North American continent, while clinging to Tenchi Kanaokami's love and virtue. Through your dedication and consecrated work of Toritsugi, we have been blessed in all aspects of our lives and assured of our blessedness when it is our turn to enter into the spiritual world. Please continue to guide us so that we can follow the wishes of Tenchi Kanenokami. To the Mitama spirits of the church believers and family members, we are very grateful to you for your dedication in your pursuit of the Konko faith, as well as your perseverance and devotion to your family and community. We cannot help but to thank you for your love and protection and life. As you transformed into spiritual beings, you continue to protect and guide your loved ones. Sadly, sometimes we're unable to recognize the blessings and beauty in our lives, and thus we apologize for our arrogance and negligence. We also acknowledge and offer up our hearts of love, joy, and sincerity to our friends, associates, as well as others who were honored this afternoon for your contribution in our blessed lives that we now enjoy, and pray you continue to guide us to keep positivity and light in our lives. As all of you received many blessings, favors, and interventions from Tenchi Kanenokami, with your physical form, and you're receiving them now as a Mitama no Kami. The lives given by Tenchi Kanenokami-sama have continued from you to us and us to the next generation like a mighty river. We respect and revere those lives, ourselves, and our descendants through this service. Konko Daijin imparted, quote, practice faith. Receive divine blessings by practicing faith. Then not only you, but also your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and even further generations can receive divine blessings. Even the spirits of your ancestors will be able to rest in peace because you receive divine blessings, your practice of faith. The blessings you have received stay with you forever. Therefore, you should build as large a foundation of blessings as possible during your lifetime. End quote. Let us keep this teaching close to our hearts so that we continue to practice faith regardless of what type of faith we practice for ourselves, our ancestors, and future generations to come. We would like to express our gratitude to you, the Mitama no Kami-sama. You are always looking over and guiding us, as your workings are revealed to us every single day. And as we walk with you in life and communicate with you through prayer, we naturally grow the mutual relationship we have between us, that special and divine bond. Mahalo. We pray that bond continues to grow and shine ever so brightly. We reverently acknowledge that through the love and virtue of Ikiyami Konko Daijin-sama, Tenchi Kanno Kami-sama, and all the Mitama spirits, that we are allowed to live and enjoy our blessed lives. And we are grateful. This morning, we would like to remember and honor those who passed away in the month of March. Reverend Juntaro Nakabayashi, Reverend Yoshino Nakabayashi, Reverend Isao Goto, Reverend Toboyo Goto, Mrs. Harue Hamasaki, Ms. Tamae Fujii, Mr. Hiroshi Suginami, Mr. Hideo Maeda, Mr. Masato Matt Okazaki, Mr. Tsuyoshi Yoshimura, Mrs. Edith Urata Aishin Magokoro Otoji no Mitama no Kami, Yamamoto Zenkichi Hiko no Mitama no Kami, Ota Take no Toji no Mitama no Kami, Leslie Norma no Mitama no Kami. Thank you for continuing to watch, guide, and protecting your descendants. Dear natives, Mexicanos, and pioneers, who are the foundation and strength of California and the United States of America, we acknowledge you and the hardships and prejudices you endured in order to survive and create a future for the generations to come. We honor and admire your courage and determination, and it is our prayer that your descendants will continue to rise up and bring pride to not only you, but also to your respective nations and peoples. We pray for the deceased Mitamas who are seeking salvation, to whom nobody prays for, and to those who have experienced sufferings from wars, accidents, crime, terrorism, natural disasters, illnesses, and diseases, for their tachiyuki or eternal peace and happiness, with Tenchi Kanno no Kami's love, blessings, intercessions, and favors. We especially pray for those who passed due to senseless wars such as the one taking place in the Ukraine. We ask that you please enter into the bosom of our parent Kami, seek Konko Daijin's Toritsugi, and find salvation and joy. To the beloved spirits of our ancestors and believers, as well as to the Mitama spirits, please accept the offerings placed before you today, as well as the Tamagushi as an expression of our everlasting gratitude and prayer for your workings, light, virtue, and tachiyuki. Dear Mitama no Kami-sama, please continue to protect, guide, and enrich not just you, but also your descendants, other family members, and friends. Guide your descendants to the Hiromai for Toritsugi and healing, a renewal or a birth of their faith. And we continue to pray that you will practice faith with us daily, so that our aura and light can continue to shine ever so brightly. Imashi Mitama no Kami tachi hashi, Higami Konko Daijin Toritsugi no Mikage Komuri, Agamichi no Totoki Mitama no Kami tachi, Shinpo Shara no Kushiki, Mitama no Kami to Kantatashime Tamaite, Nangi ni ireai shi, Nabete no hitobito no ue ni, Anshin tachiyuki no omikage komura shime tamai, Waga Konko kyo Hokubei kuiki, Whittier-Hill 教会を守り導きたまい、神人愛をかけよの生活運動を進め、 神と人と愛をかけようで立ち行くあり方を世界に変幻すると、ご神願成就の役で立たしめたまうべく、御霊ながらに勘取り次ぎ、勘導き玉へと、かしこみ申す。Now, please raise your heads. Chido tomoni haire, 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. I have no clue who's watching us online, but at this time, I know you can hear me on YouTube because I have my mic on. I will be asking Miss Miko Sanchez, to do a number of offerings on behalf of a whole bunch of other people. So I'm going to ask her to please also offer this on behalf of Reverend Kyoshin Wakiko Igawa. I'm going to also ask her to please offer this on behalf of Reverend Yoshiko Ota, the head minister of the Konko Church of Lancaster, as well as her husband, Reverend Toshio Ota. I will again ask her to please osanai this on behalf of Reverend Masaharu Kikikawa and Reverend Keiko Kikikawa and the Kikikawa family. I know she wanted to be here, but I'm not sure. Maybe she got stuck in traffic or something. But on behalf of Nancy Okazaki, I'm going to ask her to please osanai this. We're not finished yet. There's a bit more. On behalf of Susan Yamamoto, she lives all the way up north. So I know it's difficult, especially since it's raining. So on behalf of Miss Susan Yamamoto and the Yamamoto family, next will be Kyoshi Igawa Jr. and family. Next will be Kaz Igawa and her ohana. And last but not least, the Sanchez ohana. Please open your prayer books to page 14 for the ancestral prayers. Dear Mitama spirits, everlasting and integral part of the divine parent of the universe, we pray that the Mitama of our ancestors and family, as well as the Mitama of all people, are at eternal peace and happiness. To you who have gone before us, we give thanks wholeheartedly for paving the way through hardships and self-sacrifice, in order that we, who are here today, can receive all the benefits of your endeavors. To you, our ancestral spirits, we gratefully acknowledge the protection and guidance which you have bestowed upon us. We pray that you continue to protect and guide us throughout our daily lives. We pray that we realize and develop your divine virtue this and every day. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. I changed glasses so I can see all of your beautiful faces. What does that say? Thanks. Oh, Kyoshi says thanks, Miko.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue who's joining us. Hi to all of you on YouTube and Instagram. Mahalo nui for joining us today. Today is the Spring Memorial Ceremony. This is a day that we remember. That's a lot of names. Let me tell you. Um, it's not as long as San Diego, but I'm sure if Igawa Sensei were here, they'd be, oh, you forgot this person's name. We have to add this. It would get very, 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 very long. In San Diego, we have about close to 400 names that we recite. At my former church I was at the Honolulu church, it's gone up to about. I have a feeling it's probably at 800 names. At my parent church, and if you all would like to see this, it's one of the most beautiful ceremonies I've ever seen. It's like if you've ever been to Buckingham Palace and seen the changing of the guards. Um, it's a ceremony literally lasts anywhere between 12 to 14 hours in length. It's my parent church at the Tamamizu Church and they broadcast it for 14 hours straight. I didn't know YouTube could do that, but YouTube can do this, where um, they're calling out the names of all of these people who have passed away from all the way, even before the Taisho era, before the Meiji era. They're calling out these names, and it's just incredible. I don't even know how they do it, but it's a very, very. There is tea over here for the person reciting, and then there's two people who are on the side of the minister who's reading the names. And then after they finish the section, then they leave together and a new set of people come out. So it's like this constant changing of the guards. It's one of the most beautiful ceremonies I've ever witnessed. But thank you. I'm so happy that we are able. I'm so happy and grateful that Kyoshi Sensei, although sometimes I cannot read the calligraphy because it's so fancy, but I try. I've been trying. He's left a list of names for me to follow, so I'm really grateful for that he's left that for me, so I can use that as my base. And if there is anyone in your ohana, your family, you wish, or you're a friend or an associate you'd like honored here, please definitely send an email to us, or you can DM us, or whatever works for you, and I would be more than happy to add them to this list. And again, what's important is when we're doing this, we're not converting anyone. We're honoring them. We're remembering them because our lives are so busy. We tend to forget people. Her and me. Oh, she has a question, but hold on, wait, I'm not Pauyo. Oh, yes, pets count. Oh, if you have pets do count. Recently in January, my doggy, my namesake passed away too, and so I have put my namesake Zen-chan into. So if you have pets count. Pets do count. In fact, we have, including my dog, there's 2 dogs, 2, 3 at San Diego Church. Also, see, Kaz, you gotta give me the name of your doggies so we can honor them here. They can be honored. Good question. Wonderful, beautiful question. There's this lady. Her name is, I don't know her. I call her Yuri-san, and she actually has an altar just for her dog that passed away. I think the dog passed away last year. So it's okay. Absolutely, pets are okay. So please send those in. You always want to remember those pets. Definitely, definitely. Awesome question. Today I wanted to talk about mitama no hataraki. It's when we talk about okage, sometimes we think of big things like, oh, the money came in, or oh, I got this job, oh, this happened, or that happened, oh, I got this, or I got that. We think of things that may be tangible or visible. We don't think of the workings as okage. And it's so often, we forget that, mitama have a huge goyo. Reverend Masaki Takahashi shared with me. He said, "Do you ever ask?" And this was before, and actually, Reverend Taro Konko from the Konko Nichigetsukai, both of them shared the same thing with me. They told me, "You have to ask Mitama for help. That's their goyo. The Mitama have a goyo to do. As we practice our faith, when we practice our faith, when we pray, when we remember Kami-sama, they are practicing faith with us. When we're praying to Kami-sama, they're praying with us to Kami-sama. They're practicing faith. They're receiving virtue. And by means of receiving virtue, not just from us, but on their own, they work for us. They definitely do. And both Reverend Konko and Reverend Takahashi said it is their goyo to assist us. It's kind of interesting. It's like Kami-sama's the boss. Like, hi. He goes, hey, I need your help. Can you take care of Miko? Can you take care of Kyoshi? Can you take care of Kaz? Can you take care of Nancy? Can you take care of this person? Can you take care of that person? And I think in our daily lives, if we think about it, we've seen it. It's there, but sometimes we just don't acknowledge it, realize it. In January of this year, on January 24th, the teacher that I succeeded, Miss Eriko Shoji, passed away. And I've always, before leaving for San Diego 4 years, it'll be 5 years this year, Wakiko sensei told me, Toto sensei, 元を大切にしなさい。元を大切にせんと影をいただかないよ。So you have to honor your foundation. You must remember and honor your foundations. If you don't, you will never receive, you cannot receive okage. You cannot receive favor. And for Shoji sensei, I realized it took me like about a year to realize, oh my gosh, I really should be grateful to her. Like she might have not left me too much and no real instructions, but if she had not been there, if she had not been at East Lake High School, if she had not accepted the golden handshake, because there was a corruption scandal with my district, sorry. If she had not accepted that golden handshake, I would not have had a job. And what's so interesting is, she knew I was going to get that job before I was getting that job. Everybody on that campus knew I was getting that job before I knew I wanted to come here. All the students and their parents were being told, oh, I'm coming. I'm like, I didn't know I was coming. I have to do an interview. I didn't do an interview. So I thought it was really funny. I would learn that there were two candidates for this position. One was myself and another person who had just graduated from a teacher training program. And because of the scandal, the union had said, union had made it clear the number one priority for us when we're hiring new teachers is a credential. Strangely, I had just renewed my credential. I said this will be my last time I renew my credential. Because there was no sense. I was living in Hawaii. It wasn't doing anything for me. And when I was told my credential, because I had my credential, and something had told me just renew it, because I wasn't going to renew it, but something kept telling me just renew it, just pay the $100. It's expensive, these credentials here in California, $125. Miko's one more expensive than mine. She has all these specialty whatever's attached to her name. It's expensive. Every 4 years, right? Every 4 years I have to dish out $125. Oh my God. But Eriko sensei, Shoji sensei was just amazing. I don't know anything about her. I've only met her once. And last 1 year after I got into the job, I realized, I really should send an email to her, letting her, hey, this is what's happened. The program's grown by one class. There's 4 classes now. This is just to keep her updated, because if it wasn't really, Wakiko sensei is right. I have to honor, respect, remember my foundations, because many times we don't do that. So I would send once a year an email to her, just letting her know what was going on. And I would always get a response. And last year was the first time I never got a response. I thought, oh, well, I'll just wait. Maybe she's busy. She has grandchildren, so she's very busy. And to learn that she had passed away of stage 4 cancer. But this is a woman, and I knew nothing about her. And everything's coming to me like, oh, Takashi sensei, do you know about Shoji sensei? Takashi, we need you to do this. Like, I don't even know this woman. Why are you asking me? I really, really didn't know this woman. And it's strange. I think Kami-sama wanted me to know her, to get to know her. And so I had sent emails out to former students, emails out to the letting them know, hey, this is what happened. The school district is trying to do something. Would you mind sending remembrances? One email after another email after another email after another email of people I'm just reading about this amazing woman. Um, and to be honest, I thought, oh, maybe I won't go to the funeral because I had goyo here to do. It was during this weekend, and so I said, oh, I'm not gonna go to the funeral. But something just told me, no, you have to go to this funeral. You have to go to this funeral. I was explaining to Miko this morning that I love causing problems at my district. And so I cause a little bit of ruffle where I'm not, and it's a positive thing. Believe me, it's a positive thing. It's a good thing. I believe it's a good thing. But I knew the two teachers who I sent my response out to were going to be at this funeral. I thought, oh my God. I don't want to see their faces. I don't have to deal with them. I said, but Todd, you have to go. You have to go. And if you're going to have to deal with them, you just got to be boom, 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 boom. And especially with one of them who's kind of, I don't know a good word to use for him, but I just was worried. And the other one, I don't know. I didn't know this other teacher very well. I've only met her one time, and she was a kind of a vivacious woman. So I thought, oh, she's a powerful woman. She's probably going to brr. And so I better be prepared. What am I going to say? So I'm planning all these things out. And so I said, Todd, because the temple is so close to where I live, like 10 minutes away, I said, I'll purposely leave at 11:45. And then I'll get there a minute late. And then when I get there, I don't have to deal with these people. Perfect. Wouldn't you know? I get there. Yeah, I'm late. I see my other colleagues from work. The funeral hasn't started yet. The funeral started 15 minutes late. Like, Kami-sama, you suck. I planned this all out. Literally, I said, Kami-sama, I planned this all out. This funeral is supposed to start like this. I don't want to see these people. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to talk to this person. I'm here to learn. And, I really believe that I was meant to be at this funeral. Really. To learn who this Shoji sensei was. And one of the things that both her daughter and son said was, they both said she moved to America and that she was supposed to return to Japan. She was supposed to return to Japan, but she made the decision to stay in America with her two children and be a single parent. And I'm hearing their stories of poverty, but not just poverty. It's not poverty because the kids never felt that it was poverty. And they asked her, Mom, why did you want to do this? As they got older, they said, why did you do this? We didn't, in retrospect, when they're thinking about their lives, they realize, wow, we were poor. They shared that they had tofu. Tofu would last a whole week. And they would eat tofu fry, tofu with daikon tsuri on it, and it would be like, oh, what's next? What's the next thing? It was a big thing for them as a family of three. And they said, Mom, we were really poor. Why did you want to stay here? If you went back to Japan, I think you would have had a better job. You would have had more support. You have family. And she said, I don't regret my decision to stay in America because America allowed me to be who I'm supposed to be. And that was really powerful for me because every time I've always taken over another teacher, I became the successor to another teacher. I'm always filling big shoes, always filling these big shoes. And I've always been conflicted with, oh God, how do I fill in these big shoes? How do I fill in these big shoes? How am I supposed to do this? I really feel that Shoji Sensei was saying, no, you just be yourself. So you're not filling in my big shoes. You're just continuing the program. Just be yourself. I really felt that I had to be at this funeral to hear these messages, to learn more about who she was, and to realize I just have to be myself. The kids love me for me, not because I'm filling in big shoes. So I thought, okay, And I really, that became okage. That working, that understanding became an okage. And I truly believe in my heart that Kami-sama said, Shoji, Shoji, take care of him. He needs you to help take care of him. Go, 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 go. I truly believe that. However, the reception was next. I'm like, oh, shoots, I got to see this teacher. Oh my God, I want to deal with this teacher. I don't want to deal with this teacher. And the strangest thing was, I saw two of my students that were working together on a memorial for our on campus for Shoji Sensei. And I had gone down and I saw the teacher walking. I thought, oh, I hope she's planning to go for food behind me or go somewhere else or to the bathroom or something. I hope she's not headed towards me. I was crossing my fingers. She wasn't headed towards me. And so I was talking with the students. And then after I finished, I thought, okay, she's probably gone. I don't see her anywhere. I turn around. She's right smack in my face. Like, oh, Kami-sama, this is not good. And I have to tell you, it's like Kami-sama slapped me upside my head. I really feel that because when she approached me, she said, "Oh, Takashi Sensei, did you see the flowers that we got? I go, oh, was it that one? I go, no, it's the one on this side. Oh, and then she says, Takashi Sensei, 大変申し訳ございません。やっぱりこんなところで、やっぱりこういう話するのはもう本当に失礼なこと。I was so shocked. I knew what was coming next. But the fact that she apologized. And she knew what she was doing was not should not happen. But the fact that she did this in such a polite way, using incredibly polite speech to me. I mean, she's my senior. She really is my senior. District-wise, I'm her senior, but teaching-wise, she's my senior. I was shocked. I was really I was dumbfounded. And I realized, and as I was talking with her, I was honest with her. I said, no, I don't believe in what's going on. I don't believe in this, but I don't mind helping with this and this. And I said, Sensei, and I asked her, Sensei, I need you to, are you planning to do this? And she said, no. So we actually started talking about really important things. And afterwards, I left a little bit early. As I got into my car, I said, Kami-sama, I hate you. You suck. You suck. Really? Really? I feel like crap now. I feel like really crap now. Like you just slapped me upside my head and at the same time you made me feel like crap. Why? Because that hataraki, as if Shoji Sensei was saying, no, 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 you cannot run away from this. I know her very well. You need to know who the real Uesugi Sensei is. I'm going to move her to you and you're going to talk to her as if Shoji Sensei was doing this hataraki, this goyo, on behalf of Kami-sama, this goyo. I kept telling Kami-sama, I don't want to see her. I'm going to do this. I'm going to run away. And that was not what was supposed to happen. I had so much respect for Uesugi Sensei after I spoke with her. But I was like, Kami-sama, you suck. You suck, 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 suck. I'm so mad at you. Not mad, but I'm not really mad, but really you suck. How dare you? But the fact of the matter is that hataraki, to remember the foundation, my foundation, is to remember Shoji Sensei, because Shoji Sensei, without her, I wouldn't be here. Without her continuing the Japanese program at Eastlake, and Eastlake is a very good school too. I could have been at another school and had a harder time, but I'm at Eastlake. I have a principal who loves my program, who's like, whatever, I'm department chair, by the way. And guess what? He raised my budget by $200. Like, woo! I'm so lucky and fortunate, but if it wasn't for Shoji Sensei, to remember and honor our foundation. Even my goyo here at Whittier Church is no longer, I'm going to make it clear, no longer just in appreciation to Igawa Sensei. Not anymore. I believe that this is goyo that was given to me by Kami-sama. This was goyo that Kami-sama said, I need you to do this. I need you to understand what it's like to take care of two different churches. I need you to understand this. I need you to see the bigger picture. By the grace of Igawa Sensei, Reverend Kiyoshi Igawa and Wakikugawa saying, Yes, please do the goyo here. Please do goyo here. I really feel this was Kami-sama's way of saying, I need you to do goyo here. And so I'm so grateful to be able to honor my foundation here at the Whittier Church. I'm so grateful to be allowed. I mean, I have received amazing okage here as well. Um, I could go on and on and on, but then it'll take you to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And all of you must be hungry. So I totally hear you because I'm hungry too. Um, but truly, truly, when we honor our foundations, we honor the mitama behind us, each and every one. You heard names of ministers that you probably don't even know, names of churches you probably don't even recognize, but they're so important to the foundation of this church because without those churches, this one would not be around. There would be no Whittier Rose Hills Church. There would be no Nico Sanchez. There would be no Avalon Igawa or James Ivy. He would probably be back in South Africa, not even knowing who Avalon Igawa was. There would be no Kyoshi Igawa Jr. There would be no Kaz Igawa. There would be no Otas. There would be no Kikikawas. They would be gone if I didn't honor and recognize, if I didn't follow what I was taught. So today I ask, I hope you heard names. Did any of you hear names? You can type in the chat. How many of you heard names of people you recognize? Anybody? You can raise your hands. You can say yes. Miko's looking to make sure someone's saying yes, but but I'm sure you did. Miko says yes, she did. you know, I ask that you please continue to keep them in your hearts. Say their names every day. Just say, hi, Ji-chan, hi, Ba-chan, hi, Kikeo-ba-chan, hi, whoever they may be, hi, Dad. Just say their names so that they are never forgotten. Share their stories with your descendants. That's so important. It truly is. And so with that, I'd like to end the sermon here. So I hope that you'll all have hopefully you will take what Wakiko Sensei has taught of honoring your foundation, remembering your foundation, and run with it. Please run with it. Please know that the Whittier of the San Diego Church will have the Armitama Matsuri in 2 weeks. And then after that, that same day of Armitama Matsuri, I will be leaving for Seattle, where I will be visiting with my niece, and I'll be performing the graveyard service for the Hideshima family. And then, and if you'd like to be a part of that service, Hideshima Sensei is the first Konkokyo minister to not come really, but to really come and to establish the first church in America. At that time, Hawaii was a territory or kingdom. I can't remember which it was. Oh, it was a territory. But here on the continental United States, and it's so I have found that it's so important to remember him, even though his path may have changed. But this is my second year doing it. So if you'd like to be a part of it, I will be broadcasting it. I will be doing it live on streaming. So you're more than welcome to join me that way. Or if you're in the Seattle area and you want to join me, just let me know, and I can tell you, or I can meet with you, and I can take you with me. But I'll be doing that, and then I'll be going home to Hawaii for about a week and a half to take care of my parents, and then I'll be back. We will have our next service in April the 3rd. It'll be the 3rd. We're going back to the 3rd. We've just had funky, and again, please note, this all depends on Tsuki Sensei's when his funeral will be. So I ask for your flexibility with this. Our Godaisai here at the Whittier Church will be in June. And I think Igawa Sensei has it set for the first Sunday of June. So I hope you'll be able to join us in April, May, and June. But until then, please take care. Please stay safe. Please stay warm, because it's really cold here. I have a lot of blubber on me and it's not working. It's not keeping me that warm. So please keep warm. Please keep healthy. Please keep safe. Until next month, ahui ho, malamat pono. You want to say bye? Oh, Merry Christmas. Bye, Kyoshi. Hi, Joshua. Oh, hi, Joshua. Thank you for joining us, Joshua. Oh, I didn't know you were joining us. He's from Toronto. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of people. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay. Wait, I'm trying to turn it off. Sorry. I'm just trying to turn it off. Merry Christmas. Oh, I have a neck. Look, can you see that? This is terrible. I need to turn this off. I know.